Namaste and welcome to the final day of your asana portion of your 30-day challenge. So we really peaked up into some, quite dynamic poses. So today for the last day of the asana, we are going to move it down, slow it down, all floor-based poses, more yin style poses, just to explore asana in a different way. So you will need one of these bricks. Or if you don't have a brick, have a pile of books that you can use. All right, well done. So we will begin in child's pose, facing the front of the mat. And take the knees wider than the hips. Just settle down into this. Arms a little bit wider than the shoulders. And just soften the elbows. Soften the back of the body. So this is very passive. Releasing any firing of the muscles and just softening into the joints, into the muscles. Moving into the connective tissue, the myofascia, this connective sheath that wraps around the muscular skeletal body. Resting the forehead to the ground. If that's not comfortable, you can prop your head with your block or your fists like so. And then just take a moment to come to the breath. Experience the in-breath expanding into the back of the body and the side of the ribs. And experience the out-breath, softening towards the tailbone, like the whole back of the body is just sliding down towards the tailbone. Every inhale expanding, broadening, filling up like a helium balloon. And every exhale, just releasing, getting softer, softer in the body, softer in the mind, softer in the heart space. A few more breaths like that. Expanding with the inhale and releasing with the exhale. All in your rhythm. Very nice, good. Inhale, slowly lift the head, keep the eyes soft, and walk your arms and torso over to the right. So keep the pelvis level where it is, plug back that left sit bone, and just a nice side stretch through the body. If it's comfortable to bring the forehead down, bring it down. Otherwise, you can maybe prop it or just keep it supported. And just feel that nice side stretch through the whole left side of the body. Breathing into the side ribs, the intercostal muscles. Just softening the shoulders away from the ears. Make sure that you're not crunching your shoulders by your ears. And just a few rounds of breath here. You're expanding with the inhale. And releasing with the exhale. Softening. Allowing all of the hip and thigh muscles to soften and relax. The spinal connections and the muscles around the spine and connective tissue just softening. Good, another breath in. And even softer on the out breath. Inhale, slowly lift the head, walk everything back to the center. Keep the eyes soft and walk it all the way over to the left. And again, rest the head down as you like or prop it. And just feeling that lovely, sweet stretch through the right side of the body, plugging that right hip back. And just settling in, breathing in. Feel the belly expanding between the thighs. Feel the lungs inflate. And with the exhale, just letting go of any tightness or strain in the body, letting go of any tightness or strain in the headspace. And any tightness or holding at the heart space, just softening. So this type of breath work will lead us nicely towards the pranayama that we'll be discovering for the next 10 days after this.
Just noticing when the mind wanders and drawing it back to the inhale, expanding into the moment, and the exhale, softening, releasing into the moment. Good, another breath in. Another, even more relaxed breath out. Good, inhale, lift the head, walk everything back to the center. Take a breath in, and exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left arm and just nuzzle in there. If the knees are getting a little bit too compacted in this child's pose, if you have any issues with the knees, you can come and do this twist in the all fours shape instead. So you're just giving a little bit more space to the knees. Otherwise, stay in the child's pose. And just softening in. So the threaded arm, very relaxed. Make sure you're not trying to push that threaded arm through too much. The front arm can either be bent and very relaxed, very yin. It might reach forward a little bit more without tensing the shoulder, or it could possibly even reach behind you and take the inner front thigh. But whatever you're doing, keep a sense of expansion and softness in it. A sense of stability and softness. So in yoga, we call it Sthira Sukham Asana, Sanskrit. And it means a stable and comfortable, happy position. So even when the positions in yoga might be challenging, we still want to be able to be in a joyful place with them. So just a few more softening breaths here. Slowing the in-breath, expanding the in-breath, and slowing and controlling the out-breath. Okay, another breath in. And just ease out a little bit more on that last out-breath. Inhale, unfurl. Come back to the center. Well done. And exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right arm and nuzzle in. Just settle in. Relax, either keep it super yin with everything relaxed, or maybe the front arm stretches forward a little bit more. Or maybe it wraps around the lumbar spine without gripping, without grasping. So doing your version. Experiencing the in-breath expanding and the out-breath releasing. Softening the body, softening the mind, and softening the heart. Take another breath in. And a final, even softer breath out. Well done. Inhale, slowly unfurl. And then come up to the all fours. Well done. Bring the knees more parallel underneath the hips. A little cat-cow inhale, expand. Exhale, tuck and round and arch and dome. And again, inhale, expand. Cow pose. Exhale, tuck, round, flex, arch, cat pose. Good, one more. And exhale, tuck the toes under, hips up, and downward facing dog. Just a few breaths in this down dog. Maybe pedaling out the heels, stretching out the back of the legs and the knees. Keeping the shoulders broad. Or being more still. Few more breaths. Staying stable and firm, the sthira, but softening towards the experience, the sukham. Softening the physical body, the mind, the heart. Another breath in. Exhale, just bring your knees back down to the all fours. Well done. So we're going to move into pigeon pose from the all fours. So slide your right knee behind your right wrist, so it's towards the edge of the mat. And that front shin can angle into whatever angle the hip and the knee joint is happy with. Yeah, it might be more towards the groin. It might be more towards the opposite wrist. And then just slide the back leg back. And we're going to fold forward into that pigeon pose. Just check that the pelvis doesn't collapse to one side or the other. If it does, you can get your brick and place it underneath for support. If being in this pose is too compressive for your knee and there's pain in your knee, please lie on your back and do the thread the needle pose, which we've done earlier in the series. Okay. Otherwise, you're just resting passively into this pigeon shape. Feeling that nice stretch, sustained stretch to the outer right hip, the piriformis, the external hip rotators. And just softening towards the experience, whether this feels easy for you or whether it feels more of a challenge. Just softening towards the experience. Slowing the breath, observing the inhale, allowing an expansion in the body, in the mind, in the heart space. And with the exhale, allowing a release in all of those centers. Well done. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, wave up the heart.
Oh, just enjoy a lovely breath there. And then move over from this transition. You're going to move over to your right sit bone, left sit bone. So you're facing the long edge of your mat now, and bring your right foot into your left thigh. Okay? So you're facing the long edge of your mat with your right foot into your left thigh. The left foot is flexed. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, lean towards the straight leg. So either bend the forearm to the thigh and rest the head. You want to rotate from the navel upwards. So this pose has a little bit more energy to it, but still keep finding the softness. If it's easy for you, the lower hand can come to the inside edge of the calf. The upper hand might stretch. The lower hand might take the big toe or the foot. But just keep rotating the chest open. So there's more energy in this pose, but still see where you can find that yin quality, that softening quality. Few breaths here. Find the happy alignment of the neck, so resting the drishti where it feels natural. Expanding into this. And exhale, softening into this. Good, another breath in. Another, even softer breath out. Well done, inhale, glide back up. Cartwheel the arms and just transition back to the all four shape. Well done. Okay. Slide the left knee behind the left wrist. Angle that front shin in as feels good for your joints. Slide the left leg back. And remember, if this knee is sore or painful, lie on your back for the thread the needle with the left ankle crossed over the right thigh. Otherwise, take a breath in. And then exhale, nuzzle into your pigeon. So it might be forearms. That's where you might stay. You might use your block or stack your fists under your forehead or just let it soften down. If the pelvis is collapsing, you can support yourself with a brick. And then just soften into the experience. This passive style of yoga, this releasing into the connective tissue of the body, releasing into the more subtle aspects of the mind, the heart. And then just coming to that breath, the inhale, the expansion.
And the exhale, the release. Just checking where the mind is, every inhale, fresh in the present moment. And every exhale, just allow yourself to relax into this moment. Slower, deeper, longer breathing. Good, another breath in. And another breath out. Inhale, hands under the shoulders.
Wave up the heart, take a few breaths there. You stay where you are. I'm just going to shift so that when I change orientation into the next shape, I can still see you and you can still see me. Okay, so you're inhaling here, and then you're going to move over to your left sit bone, right sit bone, bring the left foot into the right thigh, flex the right foot. So the right leg stretched out, the left foot is in. Inhale, rise up, like rising from root to crown. And then exhale, either lean towards that straight leg in a more yin way, very soft, rolling the chest open from the navel, nice and easy, or maybe you add a little bit more stretch into it. Yeah. So even if you're going for the more dynamic version, see where you can find the softness in the release. Set the drishti where it feels good for your neck, upwards or downwards, and just settle in. Keep grounding through the right sit bone. Expanding, open the chest. And just see if you can relax into this. Yeah? Smile into this. Even though it might feel like a really strong shape, just soften. Okay, one more breath in and another breath out. And then inhale, glide it back up. Good, just cartwheel your arms to the front of the mat and find that all fours position again. Well done. Inhale, cow pose, expanding. Exhale, cat pose, flexing. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Good. Then inhale, neutral spine. And then come to lying on your backs with your brick or your books, and we'll take a nice supported back bend. So soles of the feet down, more or less hip width apart. Heels more or less underneath the knees. Get your brick or your prop and place it underneath your sacrum, that flat bone at the back of the pelvis, either the low height, maybe the middle height, or using as many books as feels good. Or maybe the high height. Make sure that you're not over compressing the cervical spine around your neck. Make sure that's happy. And it should feel blissful. So make sure the block's there on that on the back of the pelvis, the sacrum, not on the vertebra. And then just relax, let go. The arms a little bit away from the side of the body, palms up. Relax. Your sacrum into the block, your feet into the ground, your shoulders supporting. And just allow yourself to expand through the front line of the body quite effortlessly and release through the back line of the body. If the spine is twinging, anything sharp, then just lower it down a level or just release the Pose completely and just lying on your back. Coming to the breath, expanding with the in-breath and releasing with the out-breath. Softening the glutes, softening your jaw and your throat and your third eye center. Good. Take a last breath in. Engage the abdomen a little bit to lift the pelvis. Remove your block and very slowly, so don't just drop your pelvis, slowly peel down the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Ha. And then when the sacrum's down, take the arms out to the side in a cactus shape. Shift the pelvis a little bit to the left, drop the wide knees over to the right, just releasing the spine with this easy twist. Knees to the right, head falling a little bit to the left, breathing through that, the breath in the chest. Softening, softening. Well done, inhale back to the center. Send the pelvis to the right, breath in, exhale, knees to the left, head over the right shoulder a little bit. And just breathing into the chest space, into the heart space. Good, another breath in there. And final breath out. Then inhale back to the center. So from here, you can either release into your Shavasana, let it all go, or if you need to finish your practice at this 20-minute mark, give your knees a hug into the chest. Slowly make your way up to seated. And you're either continuing to sit, meditate, rest in Shavasana, or finishing your practice here. And I'll see you tomorrow for the first day of the Pranayama series, the extension of our life force through our breath.